here and now today.
Yes, my friends, today is the moment. It is a moment because I am your coach, Coach Raja of the Unbox Me Today show. I appreciate all of you. You got to ring the victory bell for being here and being so amazing. And you know who else is amazing? My next guest. Let me tell you all about her. Now this, without mincing any words, incredible story. Sandy Austin is a 24-year school counselor with experience in 5 school shootings, plus multiple suicides. 21 years ago, Sandy started a school club called the Bionic Team, Bionic. Believe it or not, I care, to empower students worldwide to let struggling peers know that they're seen, they matter, and they are not alone. Now, as an executive director of the Bionic nonprofit, Sandy is an international speaker, author of 3 books, American School Counselor Association Counselor of the Year finalist, and with 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards. Sandy served as president of the 3 state school counseling associations and ASCA's crisis facilitator. Man, she had to pick big words, huh? So without any further delay, let me welcome to you the super talented, super beautiful, the person who walked uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one, the only Sandy Austin. Welcome to the show, Sandy. How are you feeling today?
Oh, Raja, I'm feeling great after that introduction and your energy. I can tell this is going to be a great interview. I've been very impressed with you all along.
It's certainly like a will be. And the audience out there, like, if you want to press me, click that link down below so that we know that you can leave comments on the live too. So let's dive right in. So Sandy, I mean, incredible that you were part of something that was so pivotal in our culture. Now, what is the Bionic Team? I kind of touched upon that. And why did you create it?
All right. Well, thank you, Raja. So being a school counselor, what happened is when I was going into my teaching, I had to do student teaching. And so what happened is I student taught at Columbine High School. That was 17 years before the tragedy. Wow. And so what happened is then 17 years later, I was a school counselor in the district, and we got a call on that day, April 20th, 1999, about the school shooting. And so they asked if as many of us could get over there to help out. And so I went over there, and when they found out how many people I knew there at Columbine and everything, because of my student teaching experience, they said, Sandy, can you stay here longer? And so my principal allowed me to stay there at Columbine longer. And anyway, then 2 years after the Columbine tragedy, we had 4 suicides at my own school. What we found out is all those guys that shot up the school or took their lives, they were all males, found out that they had said something about their plans to their friends, but their friends didn't say anything because they didn't want them to get mad at them or to break a confidence. I thought we've got to do something to empower these kids to help their friends.
Certainly. Now, I know from personal experience, and this is something that we've talked about. When I was 17 years old, I lost a good friend of mine to suicide also.
I'm so sorry.
So that is why a couple of years ago, I wrote my piano composition, You Are Enough, to raise awareness that there are people out there that need you.
Wow.
Even if you don't believe it, it's true. We need you here, and you are enough. And that for me, it was very cathartic. And there was another person at my own high school who took their life, and I didn't know who that was.
Wow.
But it just came as a shock to the school. Like, wow, here we are in like this, like, you know, middle class suburbs, and everybody seems to be doing hunky dory, and yet something like that happened. So, you know, how is it that you can start to create that shift and you know, create caring school cultures?
Yes. So what happened is we found out that all those young men that had taken their lives or shot up the schools, they had either been new, sick, bullied, hospitalized, or lost loved ones. And so what happened is then other things happened to them, piling on top of them, and then they lost hope, got discouraged, ended up taking their lives or shooting up the school. And so I thought what we need to do is do some automatic outreaches for these kids to let them know they're seen, they matter, and they're not alone. Just to let them know there's support for them there, to help them with homework, help them with tutoring, things like that come up, those needs that come up when they go through those tough times. And so we empowered the kids, taught the kids what to say to someone that's lost a loved one, how to notice kids that are new to the school. Of course, we had a lunch for the kids that were new to introduce them to like-minded kids in the school. For kids that were out sick, we mailed get well packets to them, let them know we're thinking of them. Kids that were in the hospital, we went to the hospital to visit them to let them know they are not forgotten. For kids that lost loved ones, we made a pie delivery to their home within that month, and just to let them know there's support for you guys at school and that type of thing. And then other schools, we have over 150 schools worldwide that have started Bionic Teams, elementary through college.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
And and so what the schools do is they adopt those outreaches to whatever is the best way to reach out to the kids at their school. So that's what's been powerful.
Oh, wow. I love that. I mean, like, first of all, like, victory bell for that. Like, what an incredible journey, and the challenges you have to overcome, especially because breaking down, I know how much being a teenager it is, how scary it is, and how much, you don't want to betray your friends. But my gosh, if there was even one person's life that we could save because we gave them the permission to speak up, even if you think your friend might get angry at you, they'll be less angry at you and alive. And that's a much and that's a much better scenario. Don't you agree? So now with that in mind, how are kids impacted by the outreaches to their peers?
Oh my gosh. Well, a good telling point is that whenever we reach out to kids, they want to become a part of Bionic Team. So they
nice.
reach out and make it different. So that's the biggest telling sign, is when they want to join, because because of the difference we made in their lives. So it's been amazing.
Oh, wow, that's just beautiful. That's just beautifully said. Thank you so much, Sandy. And this is so powerful, and especially because in times of uncertainty, these kind of emotional things stack on top of each other, and then especially children, it's already hard enough being a child.
Yes.
Imagine being a teen, or you're going through changes in your life, and then now maybe you're changing to school, or maybe you broke up with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, someone's coming out of the closet. So many different things are changing in their lives. But what you were saying, those 5 reasons why those people are doing, they were either bullied, new school, new student, transfer, and
sick or losing loved ones. Right.
And so we're losing loved ones. Yeah.
Right.
And imagine all those things piling up on somebody, and they don't have the emotional tools how to handle it. And no teenager does. I mean,
No.
I didn't at that age. No way.
No.
So what an incredible outlook that people have, that they can go someplace where they can talk about it, connect.
Yes.
And first of all, I want to thank you for that, because that is so incredible. And I know that when we talk about this, there are so many people out there in need, and they're hurting, and they're screaming in quiet desperation next to you, and you don't know it.
No.
And that's the problem, is that I think that a lot of us don't take the time. Now, I'm going to I digress a little bit to elementary school, where I actually bought something for the Parent Teacher Association. It was called the a buddy bench.
Okay.
And what it was, at the elementary school playground, they put a little buddy bench up there, and any child that wanted to play but didn't know how to talk about it or talk French, they could just sit there, and there were trained facilitators that said, "Oh, we see a kid on the bench. Let's go invite them to play, or ask them what they want, or do something to connect with them so they don't feel alone." So it's an easier way to connect with your school and your grade.
Yes.
And it was a huge hit. And I'm thinking, my gosh, why don't we have something like that in high school?
Yeah.
Or middle school? I mean, I think a lot of kids could use it. I mean, and wish you could have that at a park, and have people do that at just a public park. Hey, there's a buddy bench somewhere, so people will be trained and say, hey, this person feels alone, or they feel like they need someone to talk to, or someone just to kind of get through the day. Imagine how many lives you could save.
Oh yeah. Well, what's interesting with the buddy bench, because I've heard about that, but what happens in the middle school and high schools, those, the bullies are so much smarter there. And so what they could do is, when they see a kid on that buddy bench, there are things that they do to bully them even more. So, but I love the idea of the buddy bench. But as far as the middle and high school, I don't know if that's a good idea for those guys, because what that does is that puts them out there that this kid is, so, and that's where the kids that are being bullied, they don't want to stand out. And
Right. I mean, that's just an idea, but
exactly.
maybe
But, the buddy bench is incredible. Yeah. So bless you for doing that.
Thank you. So Sandy, you also have a gift for the audience. Like, what are they going to get when they click on your link down below?
You bet. So giftfromsandy.com, what that is so a part of our Bionic Teams with having 150 schools worldwide, what our kids said one day, they said, Miss Austin, wouldn't it be amazing to see if we could get all of our Bionic Teams in one day worldwide doing outreaches? Let's see how many outreaches we can do. And so what we did is we came up with 10/10 Eye Care Day on October 10th. And so every year on October 10th, all of our students in our schools worldwide, what they do is we say, okay, you guys, today on 10/10 Eye Care Day, reach out to 10 people today, one person each hour for 10 hours to see how many people we can reach. And so what happens is this, so we tell the kids, okay, you guys, when you wake up at 7 a.m, call your grandma, tell her you love her. Before you leave for school, on the pillow of each person in your family, put a Hershey's Kiss there so that they know when they go to bed that night, they know that you were thinking of them. Then when you get to school, bring a flower for the secretary. And then we tell them to do things all day long for their friends, for teachers, for the custodians, for people like that. Always at the end of the day, what we did at my schools, we would go to the police department and the fire department to give them a platter of cookies. And then we'd say to the kids, okay, you guys, there are 3 more hours. So when you go home, figure out who you're going to do. So it's amazing. My last school I did it at, we did over 24,000 outreaches on that one day.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, we do something smaller scale, like with the Optimist Club, like we went around and we gave cookies or candy canes to all the crosswalk guards at all the local schools, because a lot of them are they're the unsung heroes. They're watching out for our children, making sure they don't get hit by cars in traffic. And, they just don't get enough appreciation. So we thought, like, what's a nice way for us to kind of just say, thank you for doing that. So we
bless you. I bet no one does anything for them. So bless you guys for doing that. Yay.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. So Sandy, so let's shift gears a little bit. I mean, I want to hear about, what else can we do to help forward the bionic agenda? How can we help to raise awareness of it and help people to find out more about it?
You bet. So one thing that's happening, what's really exciting, Raja, is that the leadership skills that these kids learn in the Bionic Teams, what happens is that gives them the confidence to reach out. And so what's great is if you have a school in your community, and if there's bullying, ask, is there a Bionic Team there? Probably isn't. We don't eradicate bullying completely from the schools, but what happens is our Prevent Bullying by Just Saying Hi program. What it is it's H and I, Prevent Bullying by Just Saying Hi. H is get help. We tell the kids, you guys, if you see bullying at school or online, report it to an adult, of course, your parents, but report it to an adult at school, because those guys know what to do with the bully and the bullied student. But we tell the kids, the most important thing is initiate contact with that bullied student that day. So let's say if we hear that Jason Tafoya was bullied at 8 o'clock that morning, this is confidential that we send out to the Bionic kids saying, guys, Jason Tafoya was bullied this morning. Initiate contact. So what they do is if they see him in the hall, hi, Jason, they don't have to do anything big to really bring a lot of attention to him. Or if he's in their class, say, hey, Jason, did you do that homework last night? I didn't understand it. Even if they did, just say, can you help? So what happens is by the end of the day, at least 6 kids have talked to Jason, because bullying usually happens in isolation. And so what happens is when the bullies seeing that all these kids are reaching out to Jason, they say, I can't get away with it anymore, and it stops it. But that's what's exciting. So if you are seeing bullying, any of these things that kids are new, sick, bullied, hospitalized, lose loved ones every week at your school. So that's the thing, is to see, contact us. Again, go to giftfromsandy.com, and that gives information about our 10/10 Eye Care Day type outreaches. But if you sign up for that, that'll put you on our database, and we will start sending you information on Bionic, how to start one at your school. Maybe you're a Rotary Club or an Optimist Club or Kiwanis, and
Right.
get Bionic in the schools in your community. The
I love it.
PTO, PTA
Mhm.
groups, the parent groups in the schools.
Yep.
Oh, this is what we can do to prevent bullying and all these things in the schools.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Danny. That's been beautiful. We're going to shift gears and talk a little bit more about you, because I always say that people join a person, not a business or not a group. So we want to get to know you more as a person. So tell us a little bit more about, like in our speed round here, like, where did you grow up? How'd you grow up?
Grew up in Denver, in Lakewood, Colorado, and I was the youngest of 4 kids. I was very, very shy when I was young. You couldn't tell that now. Youngest of 4, but I would just smile. My pastor nicknamed me Smiley because I would just smile and hide behind my mom's leg. So God did a miracle and helped me break out of that.
I love it. I love it. That's great. What about growing up? Did you have a favorite movie or favorite book that helped kind of shape the way you think today?
Oh, Rocky. I loved Rocky. I was an athlete, and I loved that how he was, he was the underdog, and he went through it and he did it. He didn't have a lot of privilege, but he helped me. And then also Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire really helped me too, as far as finishing my race and working hard. My goal was to get to the Olympics. I was working hard, but then I had a knee injury, and that kept me from doing it. But all those things made me want to go for the best.
I know. And you know what? This is something that I talked about you, and my audience knows. When I was younger, I joined karate because I got bullied so badly. So I wanted to get so good that I could stop the bullying. So by the time I hit 16, I went to the World Championship and placed and took home 2 trophies. Woo! And then I made a 2-year plan to go to the Olympics. So 3 months after my 18th birthday, I beat out 400 black belts at an East Coast National Qualifier, and I made the Olympic team.
Woo! And congratulations.
And I was supposed to go out to Colorado Springs to train for 2 years and then compete in the winter games in a taekwondo. But I was so ashamed of my speech. I had such low self-esteem. I didn't want to get embarrassed on TV. So I didn't go.
Oh, Roger.
I know. So that is that internal turmoil sometimes that kids feel, because they've been told by the bullies, by the teachers and their co-workers and friends, you're not good enough.
Yes.
That is the damage. So I lost a huge opportunity because I believed all the bullies around me. So luckily now my mind shift has changed, and now I teach it, and I love being able to help elevate others for it. So now, what about do you have a favorite quote that inspires you?
One thing I learned from Forbes Riley, Dr. Forbes Riley, I've been taking some speaking trainings from her, and she says that the worst part of your story is the best part of your mission, is the best part of your talk and your speech. And so that's the thing, is when I talk about the school shootings and the suicides at Green Mountain, that's what drives me on, and that's what makes me stay up late when I need to. When I have a deadline, it's like I've got to keep going, because I don't want one kid to be at his school thinking, oh, and he's just bullied, and I want to reach every single kid, and that's what keeps me going. Definitely.
I love it. Now, you know what? One of my favorite quotes, I'll share this with you too, is was by the great Steve Martin, who turned community actor, fantastic person, and he said to me, my speaking coach in Toastmasters gave me this quote. She said, Steve Martin had said, be so good they can't ignore you. And I love that, because it said, oh, wow, what a great idea. Like, I'm not going to worry about the bullies. I'm going to make myself so good they can't help but pay attention and notice now. And as soon as I did, my karate school did a demonstration for my high school right after I had gone to Worlds. And so the principal talked about it all over the out of the loudspeaker, and then 2 of the grades were watching me, and all of a sudden everybody's mind shift or attitude towards me changed overnight, because I was able to say, look how good I am now. And all of a sudden everything changed overnight, and that's it. And so, I became like a celebrity after that. It was so weird, because I wasn't used to
something? Oh, well, congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
But you know what, that's the thing. because there was opportunity, you know, I was able to take advantage of it. So,
Yes.
and everybody else out there that has a chance to go out and change your life, don't hesitate. Remember, if someone gives you the mic, if you're scared of speaking, just take it. If you have an opportunity to join a sports team, it doesn't matter if you're good or not. Go out there, learn something new, learn a new skill, make some new friends. And I tell the same thing to my children. You know, they're, you know, one's in, one's in like a marching band and loves to play sports. The other one, she's in cheerleading and she plays the viola. And you know, they met and learned so many new skills because they found other groups of people to talk to and connect with. And
Yes.
that goes with all of us.
Oh,
So Sandy, well said and beautifully said. I mean, this is just so inspiring to see what you've done with this. And I'm going to definitely connect with you after this. I want to find out what it takes to start a Bionic chapter within my own children's school. So because I think that can be useful anywhere.
oh,
So that's
it
something
can.
I know that the PTAs around here would love to hear about.
Oh.
So before we shift over, I always like this question here. What is your favorite kind of food? Because I always find that we always make friends over breaking bread. So what is it that you love to eat?
What my problem is I love to eat sweets, but
Oh,
I've lost 50 pounds in the last 2 years, so I'm doing better with that. So
really? Me too. I lost
what
48 pounds.
you
That's it.
go. Good
Yeah.
job.
Mhm.
Yes,
I
yes.
know. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So like I know who to call. Hello. Hello. Lendor Truffles. Yeah. Like we need your a biggest basket of Swiss chocolates in the green room chat. Okay. So totally real call. So Sandy, before we send you off to the green room and have all those chocolates and sweets and stuff, and then we have to call the dentist, you know, tell me just you know, what is it that you want people to recall about you?
Mm. Oh, Raja, I want people to recall that we are all a gift to this world, that we are a gift to this world, and there's a reason. Whether you have a higher power or God or whoever, I really believe there's a reason
Yep.
why each one of us are walking this earth. And for me, you know, that little quiet, shy girl when I was little and didn't want to talk, now I'm going and I'm speaking and wanting to save kids'
Yep.
lives. And that's
Hmm.
the thing. We are all a gift. And there are people that you can reach that I can't reach. There are people that kid in that first grade seat in that nearby school, they are
Yeah.
going to be able to reach that I could never reach. And that's what's important, is that for us all to find out who we are, the gift that we are, so we can grow up into that and do whatever training we need. And then we can go and make that difference in this world that the world needs. Someone
Absolutely.
needs
I love that.
someone
Thank you
needs
so
our
much,
story.
Sandy. You get a victory belt for that. And for those that are watching on the live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. Give us some hearts, give us some hearts and likes so that we know that you're getting impact from this. And Sandy, so beautifully said. We're going to bring you back in just a second. So while Sandy's enjoying all that chocolate, I want to ask you something. You know, if you are waiting to become the next version of you, why wait? We have a workshop coming up on December the 20th, the Black Belt Mindshift workshop to launch your new year in the pillars of health, wealth, mindset, faith, and family. Because like a rising tide, it raises all the ships in your life. And sometimes you need a little bit of push with a group of people that are on the same path you are. So make sure you grab that link. And if you use the code Mindshift50, all caps, Mindshift50, you will get half off the price of admission. So make sure you grab that, and you get that because you're watching here live. So without any further delay, let me ask you something else. If you want to start making those changes, what is it that you got to do? You got to make some waves, but sometimes you got to make a splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So I want to ask you today, in our 60-second mind shift, have you ever thought that you're totally alone? Well, I'm going to ask you something. Do you think you're right about that? Because I think a lot of us think that at different periods of our life, we are alone. And there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. There are many times throughout the day we are alone, and it's fine. We're doing chores, we're trying to work on the computer, we have to drive somewhere, we have to go for a walk. That's fine, we're alone, but we don't feel lonely. But when loneliness becomes the real problem in your life, that's when other things start to manifest. You start to increase your cortisol levels. That's your stress hormone. You start to retract from other activities. You start to change the way you think. And if left feeling lonely for too long, it can actually psychologically and physically make you feel sick. In fact, my first TED Talk was called Loneliness in a Social Media Society. And it really talked about how loneliness is an epidemic all around the world, not just here in the US, but if you go to England, 11 million people are showing signs of loneliness. In Japan, 9 million people a year apparently pass away due to loneliness. And so it is a problem all around the world. Now, growing up as a child, if you are feeling lonely, I give you permission to go out and talk to a new person every day. Make a new friend, because you will find that it takes a couple tries to find a good friend. It may take 10 tries, 20 tries, who knows? But when you start to be available and be able to connect with other people, your friends on social media, I think the word has gotten diluted. That is a connection, but not a friend. A friend is someone that cares when you're not there. If you use that definition of what a friend is, those are the kind of people that you want to be around, because those will be the people that will sustain you and fulfill you for the rest of your life. So let's bring Sandy back, see if she saved me any food, and and get her thoughts. So Sandy, how was all the chocolate? Did you save me any?
I saved one. I saved one piece.
Oh, one piece. Fantastic. I love it. All right. So Sandy, what do you think about that? A 60-second mind shift. What's your takeaway, and what would you add to it?
Oh, I love that. That is so important for us to remember that, because that's it, is who we are. Like I said before, that we're all a gift and we have something to offer. And that's what is important for us to know that, and to look to see what are the needs out there. I believe that each one of us, the interests that we have, there's a need that we can reach. Like I said, there are people you can reach that I can't. And so that's where we can't. A big thing is, and kids do this a lot, they compare themselves to everyone else. And that's what I tell the kids, don't compare yourselves. Just focus on you. What is in front of you? What can you do to make your life better? And to like how you, all the stuff that you did with your martial arts and everything. Look what you did. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. The Olympics, everything. So that's it. We got to find something that we're good at and keep practicing, keep trying. Is it art? Is it music? Is it athletics? What is it? Are you a writer, a singer? That's what we got to find out, how we can contribute.
I love it. That's great. So now, Sandy, last question here. If someone gave you a blank check, what would be your grand vision to change the world?
I want to have a bionic team in every single school in the world, because
I love it.
Every school would have the safety net for the kids, and we could stop bullying, stop suicide, stop school shootings. That's my dream. That's my dream, is that a school would never have to pay to have a bionic team. Oh,
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Sandy. You've been amazing. Make sure you grab Sandy's gift down below. And folks, as always, I'm your coach, Raja. Don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye. All right, so Sandy, 3 quick questions and we're out of here.
Yes.
One, why do you want to be on my show today?
Oh, I've heard about you, and I don't remember who told me about you. Do you know who told me about you?
No, I have so many people coming into my funnel right now. So
well, and just seeing, your energy and everything, I thought, I want to be on his show. So I love Victory Mindset Academy. Hello, who doesn't want to be on something like that? Be affiliated with that.
And second question, what is your biggest takeaway from the show today?
What I love is finding out. That's the thing. When I'm on a show, when I'm dealing with people, is to find out where your heart is, what drives you.
Yeah.
That's what you are. Such an inspiration with what you've accomplished. And that's what I've gotten, is to look at that with the martial arts. Look what you did. That's just such an inspiration. So I'm going to be telling people about you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and you know, and just last question. I mean, scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
10. If 10 is the best, I recommend you to everyone. You bet. I'll be sharing this, and I'll be telling all my people to try to get onto your show. So and to
Thank you so
offer
much.
you to be on their
And as
show.
you know, folks, this is a fundraiser for the National Stuttering Association, the NSA. So at the end of the year, after our December 20th big end of year mind shift, relaunch your new year workshop, we're going to give NSA a big check. Our goal is to get $500, $1,000, maybe more. We'll see how far we get, and that is the goal. So every year we're going to try to do something great for a new charity or the same charity. We'll see. So thanks to you, podcast crew. You know what to do from here, and we are out of here.